Hey everyone, this is part 2 of our Wellington vlog that we filmed in 2021. Sadly, only just getting around to editing it and getting it out. We've got a whole bunch of other vlogs that we've filmed and they'll be released in due course, but this is part 2, so here we go. This day 3, we actually went out to a place called Days Bay, kind of opposite the main Wellington CBD across the harbour. Really beautiful spots, nice beaches, really photogenic spots to get some shots, to test out the XPAN a bit more and and see what we can come up with. In fact, the whole coastal region around what's known as Eastbourne is full of great spots for taking photos. We started off in Lowry Bay, York Bay, Mahina, then Days Bay, then Eastbourne obviously being the main village sort of location there. So great. Here we are at Lowry Bay. Mark Lowry Bay. Lowry. How many different ways can you pronounce it? Anyway, check out that. Beautiful. I think I'm a Zenza for life. At Bray Hunziker, what do you think? I really struggle with taking photos of still life scenes, things like landscapes, etc. So here's a photo of Dean loading his mamia. And we don't apologise at all for how many boats we photographed around these bays. Like I said, I'd much rather take photos of people, so here's some photos of Dean struggling. We finally made it around to Days Bay. It's been a fantastic spot for holiday makers and beachgoers throughout the years. Lots of things happening, donkey rides, lots of ice creams to be had and people jumping off the wharf. Nothing's changed. This was also my first time shooting Cinestill 800T. I know people use it almost exclusively for nighttime shots. That's why the T is there, stands for tungsten. Obviously the white balance from the original negatives is super blue, so I've tried to do my own color correction on it here, and I think it actually looks really good. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty stoked. So here's my shot of a street in Cinestill, and here's Dean's with the XPAN. I think Dean's is a bit better. There's some much longer shadows, a later time of day, and I think it looks a whole heap better. Here's my shot of a street in Cinestill, and the XPAN. I think Dean's a bit better. Later shadows, looks really nice. I think Dean's is a bit better. There's some much longer shadows, a later time of day, and I think it looks a whole heap better. When I started researching this video on the XPAN, I came across a YouTube user called GX Ace. He has some amazing, gritty, urban landscapes that really do the XPAN justice. I think it's the perfect way to showcase these photos is to get out in the city and start shooting, and some of the shots that he's come up with are just amazing. It really does showcase what the XPAN is capable of. I encourage you to go and take a look at his YouTube channel. Also, while I was researching, I tried to find photographers that use the XPAN to take portraits, and I literally couldn't find anything. There was one photographer who did it as a documentary style, but it was still with a lot of space in the frame, with a lot going on in the background. So perfect as a storytelling situation, but not necessarily as a straight portrait camera. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see if there's a user out there, a photographer that has a whole bunch of portraits. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to see some. So here we are. Finally getting a chance to yarn about the old
Also been 5 years. It's a great camera, the XPAN. Kind of miss it.
I want one so bad.
I sold it a couple of years ago because that electronics bricking freaked me out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I paid like 8,000 NZD. It was the XPAN too. And on eBay they were much higher. They were like 10,000 USD. So it's probably closer to like 15,000 NZ dollars.
10K US.
It was 10K USD because I had a 45 and a 90. I had the 45mm and the 90. It was a full, like almost a full kit.
So,
but I was scared of it bricking, so I sold it.
What did you get for it?
Less than what I paid. So the guy that bought it from me,
say no more.
he got a great deal. The guy that bought it from me, like an absolute steal. Actually. Yeah, it was a real steal he got. But,
so you got a bargain.
Yeah.
And
good camera though.
Did you get regrets? Because after
yes and no.
editing this video, I've just started researching all the different ways I can come up with to get an equivalent XPAN style cine look and feel on film.
Just get some spools and throw it in your...
Yeah, so that was one option, was to get the 3D printed spools that a lot of people seem to use. You do lose
you can do the
quite about maybe about 4 frames worth of spool leader, and you have to load it in a dark bag. And then
sounds like too much work.
Yeah, I know. So yeah,
XPAN, you just threw in the roll and shut the door, and it was like good to go.
And it winds down, Sorry, no, it winds through fully,
the entire roll,
and then counts down.
Winds it back in. So if you actually open up the camera too early or something happens,
I like that.
You save your photos are good, which I quite like a lot.
So what do you,
for dummies who open them up?
Yeah,
really.
For dummies,
like me.
Like me. Did you hear about that photographer that it's a plane?
Yeah, it is a plane.
Probably won't affect these microphones too much, I'd say.
Guess we'll find out.
We'll soon find out. Did you hear about that photographer that's like photographed like thousands of celebrities, and he's got a backlog of
I did hear
like
about that. Yeah, that's insane.
Heaps of
it was
120.
Like wasn't it like over 60,000 negatives?
Oh man, someone needs.
Someone
commented today that like a lab needs to just sponsor it and just take control of it and develop it. There's hidden gems on there, I bet you.
Yeah, that's insane.
So things I want to talk about. I want to know if you think that the XPAN is just literally a landscape and vibes like capturing the scene camera, or if you think it could be used for other stuff like portraits. As I've mentioned previously.
I've seen people do portraits with it, but
it still captures the scene though, eh? There's still heaps of
portraits,
width.
Environmental portraits. But yeah, like, I think for memory, those lenses don't stop down very much. So like the lowest aperture you can get was like, I don't even remember, it might have been like 4.5 or something.
Oh wow.
I don't think it was, I'm probably wrong.
So perfect documentary camera then, really.
Yeah, I think it's better. I mean, I don't shoot portraits, but if I was a portrait photographer, I wouldn't pick it up.
Yeah, right, okay. Even with the long lens, like, is it, what comes the 90?
Yeah, you'd probably get some good compression on that. But yeah.
There's still heaps of width.
Yeah, you still get heaps of the scenery behind.
Wow.
But yeah, it's definitely like, I still miss it, but it was like a one-purpose camera, which I kind of couldn't really justify keeping for
when you're struggling
that much money.
Photographers and filmmakers like us, you can't really justify keeping 10K worth of camera that you might use once a month for not much other than personal enjoyment.
I mean, for context, I sold the XPAN 2 and I bought a full FX3 kit and a lens. So I got an FX3.
How long did it take you to use the FX3?
Yeah, a long time. I don't want to talk about that either. I got an FX3 and a Sigma 24-70 for the price I sold the XPAN for, and that's I've done way more stuff with that already than I did with the XPAN.
You'll see some of that coming up in one of our future vlogs where we take a trip to Lake Rotoiti.
Finally recorded my first vlog after 2 years of having the FX3 and not using it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's bad.
So the answer to the question, really...
Wait, did I answer the question?
Did you answer the question? So, cinema stills GOAT.
Yeah, incredible.
Or
absolutely incredible.
10K brick.
I would buy one again. I'd buy one again.
You'd buy one again?
Yeah, I made, hands down, made some of my absolute favorite photos that aren't in this video.
If income wasn't an issue and everything, financials were stable, XPAN is a keeper for sure.
Yeah. Or TX1.
And I haven't even photographed with one. Yeah. I'm sold on it.
Yeah, I've definitely made some of my absolute favorite photos ever with that camera. But yeah, I'd definitely get one again for sure. They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Conclusion, there you go. If you've got the funds and you can find one and you don't care about the electronics maybe getting poked,
just don't sell it for cheaper than you bought it. Like
don't make a loss on it. Hustle. Sell it for lots more.
Shoot, film, stay broke.
Yeah. Shoot, yeet, repeat.
Shoot, yeet, repeat. I love it.
Still need to make that t-shirt.
I love it.
All right. See you in the next one.